Across the Table with Ben Sorensen. Conversations with extraordinary people.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and of course I am joined by Peter Combe. G'day, mate.
Hello, Ben Sorensen.
I am so excited to talk to you. And you know what? Every time I mention your name on my fan page or Twitter or anything, it goes crazy. Absolutely crazy. Everyone knows just about all of your songs. So that's great news for you.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It's good. It's better they know the songs than they don't know the songs. Certainly, yes.
And the thing I love about it is everyone always has such fond memories of you and the songs that you've written. And I call you the pioneer of Australian children's music. I think that you were one of the first to do that properly and give kids the attention and almost the respect of their own music that everyone could enjoy. How do you see your involvement early on with children's music?
Oh, actually, you just put it very well. Actually, their own music, but which everyone can be involved in, because that almost says what I tend to call adult-friendly music. I think any children's music, which for me, which is any good at all, has any intrinsic value at all, has a sort of an adult level as well. And I think that's I think all my favourite children's songs, I just simply like them at my age as much as I liked them when I was 21 or 10. So I think that's a really quite valid point this mate.
Well, I think that you're right. That was such an important part. But as a young'un myself, growing up with all of your songs, I now appreciate them so much more. And I think that for you, it would be quite exciting to see the kids that grew up with your music and also being able to entertain their kids as well. So what differences in audiences have you seen over the last 10 years or so?
Well, as the original audiences have gone from being 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25, 30, I can say they've got louder.
Louder?
Because the adults are really loud. Because the band plays loudly. When I get up with the newspaper mum band, we play quite loudly. But they sing so loudly that they almost get over the top of the band. Whereas children, when they're 5, they'll sing with a certain amount of gusto in a school context. But when they're in public shows, they'll get a little more, they hold back a bit more. But the evening shows for the 18 pluses, they just go for it.
Well, that's what I was going to mention to you. You're doing adult shows now. And I'm so excited by that. That's a brilliant idea. It's like the same kids show, but with alcohol.
That's pretty much it. With alcohol and a 4-piece band. But
So,
when you say with alcohol, there's a sort of a misconception about the evening show. So some people have got the idea that it's just like a drunken music fest. But in actual fact, it isn't. In fact, the last time I did in Melbourne here about a month ago, there was one girl in the front row who was definitely drunk. She was just smashed. But all the people around her were sort of happy, jolly, mellow. You know, the happy, jolly after 3 beers rather than
tipsy.
13.
Yeah.
And no, well, actually, not probably slightly tipsy, but only just tipsy. But it's the point where they relax and they simply sing really loudly. And that's the great joy of the evening shows. How beautifully they sing the songs. They sing every single word. Sometimes they even sing the instrumental breaks, which is quite touching.
But your adult shows, I enjoy because it's more than just the kids' songs. You've got other stuff that you do outside of children's entertainment.
I do. I don't do a lot of straight adult concerts in the sense of doing full-on adult music, but I have recorded 3 adult albums actually over quite a long period of time. I did one called "Songs from a Telephone Box" about 11 years ago. Then I did a half an adult album about 7 years ago called "PETER COMBE Reinvented," and that was a mix of kids' songs. was also had a song about the Iraq War, because I was very involved in the opposition to that. It had a song about John Howard, wasn't very complimentary. But there was a song about John Howard on it, and I had my four best known songs: Newspaper Mama, Toffee Apple, Spaghetti Bolognese, and Mr. Clickety Cane, or Wash Your Face in Orange Juice, reinvented by my then 20-year-old son. I said to Tom, I want you to reinvent these songs, but the brief is they must at least be recognisable as the song, but beyond that, you treat them as a 20-year-old musician with a very quirky sense of humour.
Wow, how exciting. Now, with
That was great.
With the whole carbon tax thing that's in at the moment, and everyone's talking about, are you planning on doing any Julia Gillard songs?
No, probably not. Julia doesn't really. She's not the kind of Prime Minister who inspires songs.
I was going to say Gillard doesn't rhyme with much, but Tony Abbott, he virtually writes his own material.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Gillard, Hillard. Yeah, there is a rhyme for Gillard. I saw it somewhere recently, but I can't remember what it is. I'll look it up again. But no, but Julia doesn't inspire songwriting because you can't even do anything funny about it. I could do something funny about Tony Abbott. See, I think Tony Abbott is a joke. I mean, I think he's like I can't take him seriously, except one has to because he's clearly the opposition. But Julia's sort of almost song-proof in a way. But then again, you set me a challenge. I might have to think about that. Perhaps there is something there about Julia I could like.
You're a creative man, Mr. Combe, and also I did, and we're of course I'm doing this live from my studio, and you're doing it from the pub.
That's right. That's why I keep sipping this.
It's just orange juice, kids.
This is this special extra dry unsweetened orange juice.
Yes.
It's been coloured, fizzed up a bit.
I like
so
it.
It's wash your face next. It's fine, yeah. Time to say moving right along, I think.
I was going to say it's really, really good that you're doing your bit with the water restrictions and drinking extra dry. There's a lot less water in it.
That's right. I'm conservation conscious all the time.
And I also noticed, I can't remember the exact name of the song, but you're a bit of a Monty Python fan as well.
I'm a total Monty Python fan.
Me too. I think it.
Oh.
I think that the world needs another comedy troupe like Monty Python to say the things it said and to make us laugh as hard as we did.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple of songs that are definitely inspired by Monty Python, and I've got one song that's definitely inspired by Spike Milligan, which is, Did you know that King Kong likes to have a sing-song when he's playing ping-pong? Maybe he's a ning-nong. Yes. Now the yes is an essential part of the song.
Very, very. And I find that song, for that very reason, that song hasn't been covered, because that end bit there, it's a little hard to notate accurately.
Yeah, but I think if I did it again, I'd probably harmonise the yes. I do yes, which will be that's a seventh, you see. See, I'm just showing off now.
You're a very eccentric and creative man. Tell me about your world outside of music. What keeps you entertained?
I actually listen to music outside of my own, career as well. I grew up on people like about Simon and Garfunkel, big Paul Simon fan. Probably my favourite songwriter, I think. Peter, Paul and Mary, Judy Collins, Bob Dylan, Nora Jones. Also a big classical music fan. I love tennis. I'm coming across for the Australian Open to. I hope to see Roger Federer play. I've always wanted to see him play. So I love tennis. I have 4 gorgeous little grandchildren now. I've got a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 9-month-year-old.
And do they understand exactly how cool Grandpa is?
Well, I should say, Ben, at the moment I'm cool, yes. But bear in mind that with a 5-year-old, I could be extremely uncool when he's 5 and a half. At the moment, I'm Mr. Cool, likewise with the 2-year-old as well, but that could change.
Well, you know, you're still cool in my world, and that's all that matters. Now, guess what I've dug up?
A corpse?
Are you... No, not since last week. I dug up the video clip to Newspaper Mama.
Oh, did you? Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Now tell us about the song. This is what we do. Tell me about the song Newspaper Mama and its creation.
But Newspaper Mama, I can visualise where I was when I wrote it, but I can't remember where the idea came from. So that's one of the dropping out of the sky ones.
But that's an exciting way for a song to sort of manifest, just popping into your head. But that's part of the charm that is Peter Combe, I think. Do you remember the filming of the video clip?
Oh yes, I remember quite clearly. Yeah, it was filmed in Sydney. Most of my clips are filmed in Sydney, and I flew across one of my daughters in it, Emily, who's now 32. So she's now living in Melbourne. So yes, I remember making that clip. It took a day's filming. So that was done in 1989, I think. No, 88. Maybe 88.
And you know what? They don't make clips like they used to. So let's can the yakkin and have a sticky beak at the absolutely amazing film clip. The one that I remember that is etched into my brain. Newspaper Mama. I love it, and it was a pleasure chatting to you. Mr. Peter Combe. He's got shows all over the place constantly. Check out his website for more details. And your website is?
www.petercombe.com.
Thanks, mate.
Newspaper Mama, where have you been? Surely not to London to visit the Queen. She's not keen on reading, you know, not even a teensy-weensy bit. There's not a single newspaper in the palace. She knows nothing. She's a twit. The Queen plays Scrabble, the Queen watches TV, the Queen jumps on her royal trampoline. She drinks cups of tea, but she never reads a newspaper. She never reads a book. The Queen says books are for chooks. So, leave the Queen be. Let her drink pots and pots of tea. You surely must agree that newspapers are not her thing. I think perhaps she likes to sing in a key that's major, in a voice that's gay. Newspaper Mama every day.
Have a pipe, please. Thank you. This one's for you, Mama.
And red all over, every day. It's a newspaper mama, newspaper mama, newspaper mama, every day. What's thrown? Over the fence, and into the garden, every day. It's a newspaper mama, newspaper mama, newspaper mama, every day. Read over breakfast every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and especially on Sunday. Yesterday, oh, what's black? And what's white? And red all over, every day. It's a newspaper mama, newspaper mama, newspaper mama, every day. Now what do you get? Now when you open the door, every morning of every day. You get the newspaper mama, newspaper mama, newspaper
Across the Table with Ben Sorensen. For this interview and many more, visit our YouTube channel or bensorensen.com.